What's up YouTube, I'm Mike and today I'm going to shoot another quick video to answer a question that keeps coming up in my DMs and sometimes in the comments on these various videos, and that is guys looking for tips and pointers or workout splits or asking all kind of questions about please make a video on what type of exercises to do for bodybuilding. I've been putting this off because I think it's relatively straightforward, but on the off chance that I guess guys are just overthinking this, so I'm going to simplify this all the way down to what I think is the only thing you really need to know. So if you're paying a shit ton of money for a coach, you probably don't need one, but here's basically the way I look at this. So we're going to break it down real quickly into body parts and dumb this all the way down so that it's very easy to follow. This is true, I would think, for anyone on the planet. Whether you're on cycle, off cycle, whether you're natty, whether you're prepping for a contest, whether you're prepping for the beach, or if you just want to be generally healthy, I think that you can take these basic principles, walk into any gym on the planet and get an effective workout. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't like answering in the DMs every question about what's your training split, what exercises you do. Every single gym you walk into is going to be different, and so the logic should be the same. You should be able to get a good workout at home with limited equipment, at Planet Fitness with really limited equipment, or at your full-fledged bodybuilding gym. It really doesn't matter. I don't think the muscles care that much. So let's say you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna do a chest day. What exercises should you do? Well, you need pushing exercises and fly movements. That's it. It doesn't matter what gym you go to or what equipment is available. You need to do some presses of some kind, dumbbells, barbells, chest press on a machine, whatever you want, whatever you have available to you. What I like to do is on chest day, I rotate back and forth, starting with upper pecs or mid pecs. So on the first exercise of the week, I will start with flat bench or flat dumbbell press, and then go to incline. The following workout, I will start with incline and then go to flat. Do you have to do this? No, but I think it's a good way to spread out the emphasis on the muscle. Obviously, if you come in and you hit flat bench first, you're probably gonna be a little bit weaker on your incline, and vice versa. So by flip-flopping those, you make sure that each section of the muscle, and really there's only kind of one if I remember correctly, but if you make sure that each one gets focused with a fresh body by alternating every week. So you need pressing movements. I like to do like barbell press, barbell incline, followed by some fly movements, and then go back to press. So I might do an incline press and then an incline like chest press, or I might flip over to dumbbells. Whatever you want to do, whatever machines that you have available, I like to do 2 pressing movements, 2 fly movements, 2 pressing movements, 2 fly movements. That's the end of my chest day. That's all you really have to do. It doesn't matter what machines you have. 2 press, 2 fly, 2 press, 2 fly, you're done. That should be enough to target anybody's chest as long as you're using progressive overload. At the end of the day, the most important thing is not which machine you use, but how you use it. You need to be progressively overloading every single week, and you need to make sure that you're switching things up. You want to keep the muscles guessing. You don't want to do the same exact routine every week. You will not maximize your gains if you go about it that way. So on back day, what do you do for back day? Same principles apply. We want some rowing movements, some pulling movements, and we want some pull down movements. That's it. So like on my back day, for example, I alternate that first workout again. So on one week, I'll start with heavy rows. The next week, I'll start with heavy pull downs. So I do a row, a pull down, a trap exercise, a row, a pull down, a trap exercise, and then I kind of mix in as I see fit from there. So basically, I have 2 rows, 2 pulls, 2 traps. If I'm doing rear delts with back, then I will mix in a couple of rear delt exercises. Again, make sure you get your warm-up sets, you progressively overload, and you keep the muscles guessing, and that should be plenty in any gym to get a good back workout. It's what I've been doing for years. The same thing applies again when you go to your arms. If you're training bis and tris on one day, or if you do what I do and train bis, tris, and delts, same thing applies. We want some curling movements and some pushing movements to hit our triceps. It doesn't matter what those are. you should be mixing them up. You could start with preacher curls and then go to skull crushers. You could start with barbell curls and then go to like rope pulls. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're progressively overload and you keep the muscles guessing. So let's do 3 curling movements, 3 tricep movements. If you're gonna do shoulders that day, same thing applies. We want pressing movements overhead or raising movements for our front delts. We want lateral raises, lateral machines for our side delts, and we want squeezes to the back or this like barbell thing like this for your rear delts. It doesn't matter what machines, keep the muscle guessing, progressively overload. When you go to legs, it's the same thing, guys. This doesn't take a rocket scientist. It doesn't take a person with a fucking kinesiology degree to tell you how to get big. The body is very simple. When you go to legs, you need movements that press with the quads and curl with the hamstrings. Whichever machines you have available, do you have dumbbells, barbells, machines, whatever you do, you need something to focus your quads, something to focus your hamstrings. If you do those on one day like I do, because I don't really give a shit about building tree trunk legs, but I don't want to have chicken legs, then I do something like a leg press followed by a leg curl, followed by another type of press with my legs, followed by another curl, or like a stiff leg deadlift. What am I thinking? What's that called, baby? Stiff leg, this shit here. Stiff leg deadlift. You just want to vary back and forth, or you can do a quad focused day, you can do a fucking ham focused day. I mix in calves on that day. So I might do a quad, quads, hams, calves, quads, hams, calves, quads, hams, calves. I'm done. That's all it takes. 3 movements for quads, 3 movements for fucking hamstrings, 3 movements or 2 movements for your calves. If you're progressively overload, if you're hitting your muscle groups hard, this is going to be enough to stimulate the muscle to grow. You don't need fancy machines. You just need to keep the muscles guessing. So no matter what body part you are doing, in whatever gym, on any place on the fucking planet that you go to lift, that is all you need to look at. Pressing movements, for chest and flies. You need curling movements and arm straightening movements for arms. You need various different shoulder movements, and the same goes for your legs. I do not ever target glutes, and I rarely, if ever, target abs. So there you have it. Asking me for my specific training split really doesn't make any sense because I'm constantly changing it up. I might do push-pull legs for a while. I might do a bro split for a while. Even when I'm doing a bro split, I'm constantly changing it up. So sometimes I do chest and tries, back and bis, shoulders and legs. Or I might do all chest, all back, all arms, like shoulders, bis, and tries. And then a full leg day. I'm constantly keeping it switched up so that I'm constantly tricking the muscles, and because I don't want to fall into a rut. If you just work the same routine every day, day in, day out, you're gonna find out that you're just fucking going through the motions. You're not really in it psychologically. You're not feeling the mind-muscle connection in the same way that you will feel it if you keep the exercises changing up. So guys, don't overthink this. Don't try to make it harder than it is. Go into the gym, whatever muscle group you're working, hit a couple of different workouts for each type of way that there is to stimulate that muscle, and call it a day. Keep your fucking diet on point, keep your rest on point, and if you're using anabolics, keep your anabolics on point, and you should see phenomenal gains in the gym, week in, week out, year over year. That's all you really need. Let's not overcomplicate it. You don't need a coach to tell you this. You don't need some special training plan. You don't need any of this shit, guys. Everybody on this planet has the common knowledge that is necessary to build a phenomenal physique. That's all it takes. That's all you will need. Hopefully this has been informative, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.